Hey, Hyperdrive, Steven here again. I'm here with Royce Herron, who played Miss Appleby on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. How are you doing today, Royce?
I'm good, thanks.
This is your third Power Morphicon, yes?
Yes, it is.
And we were just talking about this awesome setup you have. It's kind of like I'm in class at Angel Grove. We got the teacher's desk going on. You want to give us a quick tour of everything here?
Well, of course, there's my calendar, which if you look here, you'll see when things are due, have the hobby projects, and of course, career day, and the hero essay that was due. And you notice that I also have all of Bulk and Skull's detention. Actually, I was too embarrassed to put them all on there. If I really did it, it probably would be every day, every week.
Yeah, I see a lot of Bulk and Skull detentions on here. Bulk and Skull gave Miss Appleby a very hard time on the show.
They did indeed. You know, there were times when I really thought I might retire just because of Bulk and Skull, but I love teaching, so I just sort of worked on. Thank God I had the Rangers, you know. I didn't know they were Rangers, but they were good kids.
Yeah, they definitely made the class better, I'm sure. So I've heard that in real life, you and Paul and Jason were like really good friends on the show, right?
Well, I wouldn't say we were really good friends, but they were very nice to me. I am what is known in the business as a day player. You know, I caught a day here and a day there. Although I was in 13 episodes, I probably worked only 5 or 6 days. They filmed in what was called blocks back then, and they would chop up the work and put it in different episodes. And so Paul and Jason always made sure that I felt comfortable, and they were very welcoming. The Ranger kids were very busy all the time, and so Paul and Jason and I were the ones who talked more.
That's kind of funny. It's so funny to think like on the characters might give each other a hard time, but behind the scenes, you know, it's kind of they're very welcoming, making sure everybody's feeling good.
Well, the other thing about Paul and Jason was that they're also theater actors, and I'm theater trained, so that was one of the reasons we had theater to talk about, you know.
So about theater, what kind of acting jobs were you doing in theater before Power Rangers?
Well, you're looking at a dyed-in-the-wool late bloomer. I actually started acting when I was 16, and my first professional jobs were in musical theater and regional summer stock. And I came to Los Angeles to work when I was in my 40s. And Power Rangers was really my first big professional job. It was non-union at the time, so it was basically a non-union job, but it gave me training how to work in front of the camera, because it's a very different technique, camera work and stage work. Camera work is very small, and stage work is very large, especially musical comedy. And so I learned how to deal with the camera and to hit my mark and to think. You know, it's got to be in your eyes when you're working in front of a camera. And Power Rangers was really my film acting university.
Is there, since the show is called Power Rangers Essentials, is there one that stands out, maybe a plot or an antic with Bulk and Skull that was the most memorable one for you?
Probably for me, the food fight sequence, and I'm not sure what episode it's in, but the food fight was done when they were still headquartered in Culver City before the big earthquake and the move to Valencia. And that day they had no showers on the set, and I think we did 2 takes of that. I can't really remember, but I know that I went home. If you can imagine what old whipped cream smelled like. The food fight was a lot of fun, but I was stinky afterwards, and I live on the east side of Los Angeles, and we were shooting on the west side of Los Angeles, and I don't know if you've ever tried to get from west to east at rush hour. It was a long time in a very stinky car.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you had to clean out the car after that. Ugh.
Well, at least open the windows to let the smell out.
I've heard stories where some of the food and gunk from that episode stayed kind of crusted on the ceilings and walls for a while there.
You know, I don't know about that because I didn't go back to work the next day. That was a one-day thing. But it wouldn't surprise me because food was everywhere. And it was all this, you know, whipped cream stuff. So
So you said you were involved in a handful of episodes, not every Power Rangers episode, yet a lot of people remember Miss Appleby. Do you remember the first time you were recognized by a fan?
Actually, yes, I do. I did artist in residencies when I was younger, and I had a friend who was teaching 5th grade over in South Central LA, and she asked me to come and do a literacy program with her as an artist in residence. And when I walked into the room, all the kids knew who I was. It was pretty cool.
So you got to be the superstar for the whole classroom.
They gave me about 10 minutes of respect, and then they went back to being typical 5th graders.
Was every question related to the show, or did they keep it to your lecture?
Well, when we started working it, the show kind of went in the background. They had a few questions to begin with.
That's funny. Well, Royce, thanks so much for your time. This was a great interview, and I think I'm going to have to get one of these detention slips.
I think you need one.
In case you're wondering, yes, I still do have that detention slip from Miss Appleby. Hey guys, thanks for watching this interview I did. If you liked it, be sure to hit the thumbs up and let me know what your favorite Miss Appleby episode was in the comments below. We do a nerdy video or interview every week, and actually next week the interview we have is with Catherine Sutherland, aka Kat, the Pink Ranger. She was 3 Pink Rangers. You don't want to miss that interview or any of the other videos we do. So hit the subscribe button so you're sure to get it next week. I'll see you guys then, and punch it.